Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus. This is episode 23 of our Let's Play campaign, Angels Mods My Way. We are going to make plastic. Well, we're probably not going to make plastic, but we're going to make as much as we can towards making plastic. Let's just go a bit crazy on the pipes because we need it. Boom. And also, what? Algae farms? Is it algae farms? Yes, I think it's algae farms. I need... And what else? What else could I imagine needing? Well, these things, hold on. Okay, so let's start with tracing our plastic construction. Well, it's already here. We start with plastic, or we end with plastic. Comes from liquid plastic, comes from propane gas. That requires liquefiers. That comes from methanol, which requires steam cracker. Methanol comes from various sources. The way we're going to do it is this one, cellulose, again, liquefiers. The cellulose comes from green algae, again, liquefiers. Oops. The green algae comes from mineralized, again, liquefiers. So we're going to need a lot of liquefiers for this. Also some crushed stone. Is this a steam cracker? It is indeed. Steam crackers. Why did I get the hiccups? I always get the hiccups as soon as I start streaming. Damn it. Alright, let's see if we can survive. I hope. Okay, so while we have now grabbed a lot of stuff, and I think we have what we need. At least to get the ball rolling. Let's get up here. Everything else in the base seems to work quite okay. We're just gonna continue now. Not a lot of things are still available for research. So actually, what if we say long reach? Okay, so they are not available until I get the next tech level. Chlorine. We'll just click chlorine processing. Now we're already getting some problem here because the warehouse. Do I have another one of those? No, I do not. Can I build one? I could build one. Yes. Pop up. Oh, come on. Stop doodling me. Copy. Paste. Zip, zip. Here. That's a lot of doodots around here. And I don't even have any yellow anymore because I've decided not to use yellow. So. We also got some research. Let's head up to our location where we have my truck waiting for us. Let's see what research. Oh, I got some new ones. Advanced aluminium. At this point, we can see the smelting process get a lot more difficult. For example, here, aluminium hydroxide is created from aluminium ore plus sodium hydroxide. Then we need to find a way to get sodium hydroxide, and so on and so forth. Then we get aluminium plates. What else do we need? I don't think there's any of these that we must have. Resin, for example, we could take. Well, I don't know. At this point, I think we just need to take everything. Okay, let's head out. Race up to our road and race up to where we need to build. I hope I brought everything, but I doubt it. I have a tiny bit of iron, steel, yeah, different stuff. This is where we're going to build our plastic location. And I have my loyal construction vehicle. See, this is very interesting and something I'm going to abuse. This part here is actually going to come really handy because I will need to make... Let's have a look at this. This is a new building, maybe a new building for you. This is an algae farm. It can produce different types of algae. There's also a red one, but I have not researched it yet. It takes different kind of water. This one takes the green algae, mineralized water, and now I know what I forgot. Oh dear. No, maybe not actually. Yeah. All right, that was that one. Why can I not get this? Okay, that requires a lot of different things before I can make. Okay, might as well just continue making it. We are going to finish up all of the red green very soon. Okay, we need to work on our liquefiers. So the amount of needed for each is 100 Mineralized water, 100 carbon dioxide. Okay. So carbon dioxide, I can make that from wood pellets, but that's not an option. Could be an option, but I don't want to use that as an option. I can also make it from here. That's one coal. So basically, now we need to start working on this. Is 0.75. Really? Oh, I could actually upgrade these. Damn. Get more advanced brass smelting. Copper and zinc combined into brass. This is speed 1.5, and I can then... You know what? Stop. I don't actually mind this, because that means this is twice as fast as this. Good. So this is producing 50 per 2 second, or 50 per second because it's speed 2. Yes. No. Whatever. Yeah, I'd rather want to speed 1 because I can't calculate with anything else. Got it. And here. Ding, 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 ding. There. Let's look at the recipes. Green algae. Stop this popping here. There we go. Sync processing. Okay, this one. 20 seconds. I need... It's going to be speed 1. No, speed 1.5. Wow, it doubles up in speed. Okay, so we can just ignore the speed difference between them because they have the same speed. This one needs 5 mineralized water per 5 mineralized water per second and 5 carbon dioxide per second. Okay, that means this one 5 per second. It's hard to calculate. This is 25 per second, so this one can feed 5. Excellent. That's very good news. That's exactly what the kind of stuff I need to know. There. Boom. That can feed 5. 1, 3, 4. Get out of the way. 5. Just so that I know. This one. This is a bit more tough because this is mineralized water. Use 100 per second. As long as it gets enough in. 100 per second. And this one requires 5 per second. So this one can actually produce twice as many. Excellent. That is perfect. Now, my thoughts about this is actually that I'm going to do this part. I'm going crazy from these. Something like this, right? Because it's just going to be smashing it in there. And this is where the water comes in. Okay, so these two can only support half as many as this. So this one is, I don't know, it's probably going to come from this side. My guess is that I'll have multiple rows, probably like 4 rows of these in, and each one goes in. So by the time we get over here, it'll be the last one. It comes to something like this. Then it goes like that, and we have these two. Boom, boom. And then I can just drive this one out into the water. That, I think, is the way it's going to be. And then somewhere over here, I'll have the train coming in. Now, at the same time, this means this one is producing at speed 2. That means it needs 1 coal per 2 seconds. That's nothing. I mean, it really isn't very much. That is not really something to worry about. So that's just a simple inserter. Can easily keep up. And then we have all of this, including some infinite down here, that we are going to use / abuse in order to get all the coal in. So this is great. So now let's look at the outbound side. This one is producing at speed 1.5. This is oh, hold on. Forget the speed because it's going to output into something else. Okay, we now know it's 5. and 10 for this one. I mean, this is nice. I'd like this to be directly inserted. Let's have a look at the numbers. It is producing 2 per second. The green algae is producing, going into, that's a horrible ratio. I could see that immediately. Every 20 seconds we get 40. We ignore, they have the same speed, so we ignore that. Every 40 seconds we get, oh, it's, sorry, 2 per second out. And this one has, damn you to hell. Why are you screwing me over like this? If this was 12 green algae for 3 seconds, it would be 4 per second. That would mean this, right? That would be the correct way. On the other hand, this one is only producing 2 per second times 1.5, 3 per second, 3, 6, 12. That's a yellow belt. Maybe just do it really simple and just say, you know, just get that out of there. Or do we want to be even more fancy? We could also just make it run this way. This is 12, and then it can only 12 put 12, that's 24, and then the last two will just overcap it. It would be pretty cool if we could do this, like something like this. Yep. There are 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing needs to go in here. And there is room for that one. I like it. Okay. Let's actually do it differently. Let's look at it from the place that it comes in. Great. So each of these will just be turning one way. And they need to be hitting like this. Yep. Coming out. Nothing wrong with that. And our power though will be a bit more tricky. Like this. Zip. Got it. And that one. And there. Is anything going on? Yes. Oops. Mark 1. Mark 1. Should be Mark 2. This one's good. This one, okay. There's a problem. That one is not hit. This is actually better because that will that hits everything. Good. Here and here. And of course we need more. Got it. And then I also need to just adjust them a tiny bit just to make sure that they're actually Two of them are inserting on one side and two of them are inserting on the other side. But I like this very much because what happens here is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and you need to get away. And I hope I calculated it correctly. Boom. How can I always run out of these? I'm using so many of them apparently. Okay. Here. Got it. Oh, I'm actually overdoing it because they can export at all sides. That's fine. I love the fact that every time I build something like this, it's slightly different. I mean, I don't know if that means that I'm inconsistent or that I am continually improving. Either way, it's more fun when you design it. And hopefully someone will pick it up and say, that's clever, or that's interesting, or that's useless. Something, right? Doesn't matter what, as long as someone sees it and says, That we'll just call it entertainment. Oh, and let's make a few more of these. That was so close to being spot on. Getting up here, let's see if it works. Does it work? They are at least powered. Great. And then I can make that one. So these two will be on this side. Here's corner. This one. That corner. Copy. Paste. 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 Yes. This one. Paste. Paste. Got it. And this one will then also be the closest corner. There. Yeah, they all need multiple chances. And this one also going to be this corner. Basically, the idea is that if they should be simultaneous, they will not be placing them on top of each other. Yes. That one could also place there, but there's no room. Okay, good. Definitely enough. 2 per second? Yes. The green blue ones should be able to take 2 per second. And why is that the wrong way? Great. Now, at this point, I need to figure out now what? What am I getting? I'm getting a full 2 per second out. 3 times 10. Well, that's 30. It's too much. If I was getting 30, then it wouldn't work, but let's try here. Could actually, if it was a bit clever, I could take these two and put them directly into these machines. There. So how much does it need? How many do we need to consume 30 per second? Into the speed 1.5, that means 20 per second. 20 per second. So if I have 3 of these, I consume 10. Typical. Zip, zip. That is 30 per second. I like it. I totally like this. I especially like it because I have a chance to cheat by doing this. These ones will be able to put in directly into these, and that means 1, 2. here. This is 10 per 3 seconds, so it's 3 per second, a bit more than 3 per second. That means definitely 2 inserters. And it will be significantly reduced to half, so that it's only less than 2 per second. So that is easy to confirm like that. I think there's something about this one. I like to put it here, 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 and here. Like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. For some reason, I think this looks better. And this one only has one here, because the other one is coming directly in. 2 per second. Actually, I could also place them there, but I don't know if that's going to be working. And then I'll have here. Like this. And this one will then go in. This, we are now getting 30 per second coming out and 30 per second. Sorry. 5 per second. 10 per second. 15 per second is the outbound here. Great. Much less. And now the next part is this one. Nope. It is that one. This is pretty lengthy. So I'm getting 15 per second. About this will consume 1 per second, and I'm getting 15 per second. Wow, that means I need 1 million of these. Is this really the case? Got it. This one over here, this will be methanol gas, as they say. Really? Oh, these are liquefiers Mark 1. And I just wasted my time and space on making a liquefier Mark 2. Oh dear. I'll just make a liquefier Mark 1 then. Not a problem. And that one, I believe this is correct. And I am so sure that I've made like several calculation mistakes here, because this to me seems like a lot. And then we need here, and they will connect like that. And I think they'll also connect here just because I don't know why. Okay, and the last or next step will be, now I have methanol. Methanol has to be produced into, is that a steam cracker that does this? Synthesis propane, yes. So here I need methanol gas and steam. Well, only, why did I decide that it would be a great idea to put these things like right smack in the middle? And it's not like you're doing much good for me either. There. So you're going to make This is propene. Yes. And yes. Actually, can I do it like this? It's gonna be too close, I think. Here. But how am I then going to... Ah, like this. Then I can. Wow. I like this. And that means this one has to go to the side because I don't need it right now. And these two. Oh, now I just picked two. I don't know if that's actually feasible. Let's pretend that this is actually building. This is producing 100 per 30 seconds, 100 per 20 seconds, since it's speed 1.5. 100 per 20 seconds is 5 per second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 5, that's 30 per second. How much are you consuming? 50 per second. Okay, so you can easily keep up, but even if this is not enough, then I'll just extend it a bit. I'll put these two a bit further down. Not a problem. And just want to make sure from the steam cracker, I get propene. From propene, I need to make plastic. I'll build the process, but I will... Oh. Well, I can make chemical plants, luckily. And this is just liquid plastic, so that's pretty easy. That one. Come on. Here. Liquid plastic. Goop and goop. Yes, it's goop. How much? 40 per 2 seconds. So that's 20 per second. That's not much. This one can definitely produce more. This can produce 40 per second. Huh? 40 per second? You can produce 40 per second, and this one can only consume 20 per second. This is speed 1, this is speed 1.25. It still doesn't cover it. I think I need 4. Plastic. Zip. Yes, the sound it makes. I can't do that yet. That one is good. And there. Now that works. Could also just shift it one down. That would be okay as well. And we now have liquid plastic. And how do we make liquid plastic into plastic? We do that simply by... How many? 40 per 20 per 2 seconds. And you can produce 10 per 2 seconds. But even though there's a speed difference, I do not expect to get more than this. Plastic. Like this. And I'm going to be greedy and just say, wow. But that's totally useless. Basically, at this point, I will just mark it into a box, because if I can even get this far, I am going to be extremely happy. Boom, boom. But I'm also going to end on a cliffhanger, because now we've built everything, but I'm not going to start testing it. It looks amazing if it works. But next time we'll be going back to this one and tweaking it, all the things that either are bad ratios or just simply do not work. I like it very much. Let's start from the top. We get coal and crushed stone in. Once I have those in, it becomes mineralized water and carbon dioxide. It goes in here, becomes green algae. The green algae is squeezed through here, and it should be exactly enough for this. And if it is, it would be nice. And that will produce enough to fill all of these. It should actually fill more than this. that they are producing methanol gas, which will go in here in the steam cracker and produce propene. Propene will go in here and produce some. Actually, I don't like this. I'm just gonna fix this. I don't think that's correct. I think 3 is the right number. Looks much better with 3. There. Easy, much better, much nicer. 3. And producing liquid plastic, producing plastic, and boom, we got it in a box. Of course, we're going to take it out as well, but let's see if this one works next time. That's going to be exciting. Hopefully you will come back and check how it's working. So thank you for joining, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers.